hell are Liverpool doing with this Mohamed Salah situation? Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to another video. Yes, today's video is going to centre around this glorious human being right here, the Egyptian king known as Mohamed Salah, the incredible, the phenomenal, the inevitable King Mohamed Salah. His contract situation at the club is overshadowing what is turning out to be a promising season for Liverpool. The Reds have had a solid start to life under Arne Slot. They are 8 points clear at the top of the table. They are flying in the Champions League as well. But the overlooming shadow on everything that is going on the pitch right now is all the stuff that's going on off the pitch. We have the Trent Alexander-Arnold situation that seemingly is no close to being resolved. We've got Virgil van Dijk that is obviously not resolved either. But a big one that is also brewing is this Mohamed Salah situation, and with reports and quotes from the man himself coming out today seemingly damaging that of Liverpool Football Club, it's scary times ahead. It's potentially scary times ahead for a world-class, top-quality player that Liverpool are seemingly going to let slip through their fingers if things don't resolve themselves soon. We're going to be talking about the Mohamed Salah situation. We're going to talk about some of the quotes that he's come out with today. We're going to be talking about Liverpool, Salah and everything else in between. But before we go any further, I would like to remind you all to please like the video and also subscribe if you're new. Both things are always and very greatly appreciated. Get involved in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings. Whatever you want to call it, that'll make for great and interesting reading, I'm sure, down below. Please do use and abuse that comment section, people, and talk to me on this topic. Will Salah stay, in your opinion, or will he go? That is what I want to know from you guys today. Without further ado, though, let's get on with the video. Let's talk Salah, let's talk Liverpool, and everything else in between. So, just put this in the context, Liverpool have been flying high this season in all competitions. They're still in the Carabao Cup. They are perfect in the Champions League. And apart from that one defeat at Nottingham Forest, which seemingly still haunts Arne Slot to this day, Liverpool are flying high in the Premier League. 8 points clear at the top of the table. But off the pitch, matters are a little different. It's not all sunshine and rainbows for Liverpool. There is still the Trent Alexander-Arnold situation which needs to be resolved. There's still the Virgil van Dijk contract situation which still needs to be resolved. And there is, of course, this man right here whose contract needs to be resolved as well. Mohamed Salah, the incredible, the phenomenal, the inevitable king of both Liverpool and Egypt. In my opinion, he is the GOAT. That's just my opinion. But if things are as we believe today, the man who has entered into the final year of his current deal with Liverpool is seemingly calling out the club and is going, you know what, you guys need to make a move here because everything is going for me to want to stay, but I've heard nothing from you yet. Some of the quotes that are coming out from Mohamed Salah today are absolutely incredible and make for great and interesting reading. Salah has come basically come out and said that I have been in the club for many years. I love the fans love me. It's not in my hands or the fans' hands. I'm just doing my best because this is who I am and I try to give it all for myself and for the club. He also said that, yes, I'm disappointed. Of course I'm disappointed with the situation. I have not seen any sort of proposal from Liverpool so far. And finishes it by going, well, we're almost in December and I haven't received an offer to stay at the club yet. So I'm probably more out than in. Incredible, damaging things said by Mohamed Salah in public against his club of Liverpool. And I 100% agree with him. The fact that we are entering into December very, very soon, and yet there has seemingly been very little to no movement on this Mohamed Salah situation is incredible to me. This is a man that is keeping his mental well-being and his physical well-being in tip-top condition. He is simply phenomenal and he's showing no signs of either declining or slowing down anytime soon. This guy is simply a beast, a phenomenon, and we are about to let him slip through our fingers for nothing, for free, to go wherever he pleases. He can still play at the top of his game. You're telling me a Real Madrid are not going to come sniffing for him to get the last 2 to 3 years or whatever it takes out of him? Of course they won't. Of course they won't. They'll be sniffing around him like a shark in a bloodbath. Weird analogy. Forget it. I just throw it off the fly. Anyway, I ramble on too much. It's incredible. The quotes that are coming out today are so damaging to the club, and it just begs the question of what the hell are we doing? What the hell are we doing behind the scenes to sort out this situation? And not just this situation, but the Trent situation, the Van Dijk situation. 3 world-class players are on the verge of leaving Liverpool. And it could happen as soon as the end of this season. And if that is to be the case, look, Liverpool don't crumble and die because that happens, but we definitely drop off the pace if that does happen. And in a season in which has started off so well and is promising so much right now, I find it difficult to believe that we are actually going to let this happen. I don't want this to happen, of course not, but I'm scared that this will. And I'm scared that this has just put on red alert teams that are ready to try and talk to Salah in January in order to try and sway him to join their club when his contract officially runs out with Liverpool. And you know what the scariest thing is as well? The scariest thing for me is that the longer that these things drag out, and I've said this all along, the longer that these things drag out, the more and more that I think Salah could easily turn round to Liverpool and go, no, I don't want your new contract. You seemingly don't see me as a top priority. You didn't see me as a priority enough to sort out this issue before it went into the final year of its contract. You certainly didn't with just over 6 months to go. Why would I want to stay at a club where I don't feel like I'm being valued and I feel like I'm being disrespected despite me giving so much and doing so much and achieving so much for this club that I've been at for several years? That's my biggest worry. My biggest worry isn't that Liverpool aren't going to offer him anything. It's the fact that he's going to turn around and reject it because he's seemingly felt disrespected by the club. And the more and more that he comes out and becomes verbal about it, the more and more I worry that may actually become a possibility, because I'd feel disrespected, wouldn't you? Even though I'd love to play for Liverpool, and that would be my dream. That was my dream when I was a kid. Whatever the case may be, like, I still feel incredibly disrespected by the club, that they don't value me enough to even have any sort of movement on that. It's incredible to me. It's baffling to me. It's the line of, I have not seen any proposal from Liverpool so far. That's incredibly damaging. Incredibly damaging to be coming out in public and doing that. Now look, things can obviously turn around very quickly, and we know that Liverpool like to do a lot of their work behind the scenes, so things can obviously escalate very quickly, but this is another unwanted distraction in a season, like I say, that is promising a lot. We're not there yet. We're 8 points clear at the top of the table in the Premier League. We're pretty much through in the Champions League, I would imagine. We'll qualify into the top 8. It would be very, very stupid of us to not qualify in the top 8 from this point forward. Carabao Cup, we're still in. We don't need any unwanted distractions. We don't need any sort of bad vibes creeping in from any angle like this, like the potential that this could be. And yet, the longer we leave it hanging, the more and more of a distraction it will become. The more and more of an issue that this could potentially become, and the more and more unwanted questions the likes of the players that go into those press conferences and those interviews, and the likes of those the coaches and the manager that has to face the press as well, the more and more unwanted questions that they will not want to answer. Because they've already been asked those questions, and Arne Slot's basically just waved it away and basically gone, you'll probably hear more later in the coming weeks. You'll probably hear more in the coming weeks. There's only so much that will obviously, that will fly for. There's only so much that will fly for before the questions become more intense, the questions become more pressurised. And again, it's an unwanted distraction. Everything on the pitch right now is all sunshine and rainbows. You know, the performances are in need of some fine-tuning. But you know what? the more and more that Slot gets his hands on this team, the more and more that he gets him to play the way that he wants to a little bit more, the way that obviously we have not even signed anybody yet other than a player that is due to sign next season and a player that has only played like 10 minutes of Premier League football, if even that. Everything on the pitch is fine. It's everything off the pitch that is becoming an issue. Trent, Van Dijk, Salah. I've said this time and time again. I've talked about this time and time again, and it's something that I'm getting bored of and sick of, and I hate doing it. But when something like this drops into the public eye, into the public domain, I of course have to bring it to the attention. I of course have to talk about it because it's damaging and it's horrible for the club. It's horrible for Salah himself to be going through this as well. Like, it just seems like it's a no-brainer. It seems like it's a no-brainer. Get him in that negotiation room. Tell him to... I said it yesterday in my post-match reaction. Get him in a negotiation room. Tell him to, on a blank piece of paper to write down all that he wants and everything. Money-wise, other endorsements like stocks in the club, the freedom of Liverpool, his own private jet, his own private limo, his own private island, whatever the hell it may be. Give him what he wants. He's not slowing down anytime soon. There is no decline. He is still phenomenal. And given another couple of years, if he can win like another few pieces of silverware, if he can win maybe like another league title, which could potentially happen this season, in my personal opinion, he is the Liverpool GOAT. He's definitely the Liverpool GOAT of my lifetime. Sorry, Steven Gerrard. Love you so much. My childhood hero. But I have to be completely 100% honest. He has to be the GOAT of Liverpool because, in my opinion, with another Premier League title under his belt, with maybe a couple more pieces of silverware as well, he could very well become the Premier League GOAT as well. And the only way he can become the Premier League GOAT is if he becomes the Liverpool GOAT. And if that is to be the case, he is simply phenomenal. He's exceptional. And in my opinion, he already is. But in order to cement that and for there to be more of an argument for him, he needs to stay at Liverpool for at least another couple of seasons beyond the end of this season. He is phenomenal. I can't say that enough. He is simply phenomenal. And the fact that Liverpool are seemingly dropping the ball on this, and my biggest worry is that he will actually reject us rather than sign for us. I am growing increasingly worried. I'm hoping things will turn around very soon. I'm hoping things will turn around in a blink of an eye, as, you know, it can happen in football. But I would be lying to you right now if I were to say that I'm looking at these quotes, I'm looking at the situation, I'm looking at the long term of Mohamed Salah, and I am a little worried. And that goes for Van Dijk and Trent as well, by the way. The longer that these things go on, the more they may feel disrespected, the more they may feel like they're not a priority, and the more they may feel like, well, what the hell am I doing here if I'm not being given the respect I deserve for my years of service here, my years of achievement, what I've managed to do for this club? What is the point of me staying here? Because all three of them, you know, Van Dijk and Salah aren't exactly getting any younger. Trent is entering or well into his prime. Those are players that are still phenomenal, can still play at the top of their game, and the likes that Real Madrid could still get another 2 or 3 years out of. Salah and Van Dijk in particular, Trent obviously more long term, but you get my drift. The likes of Madrid, likes of maybe even Bayern, can still get a number of years out of those kinds of players at the top of their game. And I'm worried. And I'm worried that Liverpool are going to simply drop the ball on that and let all three of these players slip through their fingers. So get it together, sort it out. I don't understand what this lackadaisical approach is, but we had it in the transfer window and now we've seemingly got it with player contracts. The fact that we let them get down to the final year of their current deals is a joke anyway, but the fact that we're just dragging this on like we have the power in this situation is extremely weird to me, and there'll be blood on your hands if you let all three of these players go, particularly with the form that they are showing so far this season. Liverpool, FSG, Michael Edwards, Richard Hughes, get everything Get it together. Get it together. These are just the thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever to call it, of this guy. I want to know what you guys think. What do you make of this Mohamed Salah and Liverpool situation? Let me know your thoughts, comments, opinions, predictions, feelings, whatever you want to call it, in the comment section down below. Would love to hear what you have to say on this particular issue. Use and abuse that comment section. People would love to hear from you all and what you have to say on this topic. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new. Both things are always and very greatly appreciated. And of course, thank you all so much for your continued, even brand new support. It's very much appreciated by me. So thank you all so much. I love you all, people. You are very awesome. And it will always and forever be greatly appreciated. I've been Fletch. This has been another Fletch Talks video. And I'll see you and speak to you all again soon in another video or live stream or whatever it may be. Cheers, guys. Thanks everyone for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day. Speak to you again very, very soon.